You're going to need a band or a stick. We're doing lovely pole raisers, band raisers, but first of all, you don't need them, but if you've got it to hand, that's great. We're starting off with this lovely spreading of the wings. So what we do is we have your little finger kind of just touching your thigh, and your hands, your palms, not quite to the front wall, but almost. Your feet are going to be forward facing and your shoulders rest gently over your hips there. You've got a nice neutral pelvis. Lift that pelvic floor. Breath in as you lift up the arms. Okay, you're imagining you're spreading your wings. They're coming up here, and as they reach towards your shoulders, your palms reach towards the sky. Okay, I want you to feel your scapulars, freedom of movement. That's it. Just exhale, bring it down and wind your palms back ever so slightly towards your thighs there. That's it. Breath in. Turn your palms to the world, up there to the sky, and exhale. Draw it back down. Let your hands lead and your arms just float up just for the ride, but resist momentum. Rotate at the shoulders and come back down here. I want you to feel a heaviness in the scapula right at the tip of your wing, and draw your shoulder blades together and draw your crown upwards. Turn your palms now to the sky again, and then bring it back down. Excellent. Okay, now we're going to add on your calf stretch, so exactly the same. Just take a huge step forward or back. Just make sure where you land, your heel is at the back, your feet are forward facing, and your front knee hovers your heel. Here we go. There we go. Just keep your pelvis still. Draw in your pelvic floor to get your balance. That's it. Palms here, and exhale. Don't let that back heel wind out. Just have it planted on the floor there. There, imagine lovely wings spreading here. Helps you just glide your shoulder blades down to the back pockets there. Here we go. Oh, I hope they get it. The invite. Okay, breathe in, exhale, lift everything, securing your core, swap over. Here we go. So remember, lovely stretched out calves is great for the knees. If you've got tight knees, or if you've got sore knees and you don't know if it's because of tightness, this might just be key. So keep in with that stretch. Is your front knee hovering your heel? Palms just gently away. Rise those arms, lower the rib cage and rotate the palms towards the sky. That's lovely. Exhale. That's it. Just feel that tension release as you draw your scapula down away from the crown that's above the coccyx there. We're nice and neutral here. Beautiful. And come lower. Excellent. Breath in. Ooh. I like the wind of your arms there, just rotating your arms there, and then draw it back down, secure your core, fight the wobble, breathe in and come back up. Here we go. So we're going into scapula, another scapular one. So if you just have your nice, this is rubbish. So I'm going to use, so you've got your band, or you can use a pole. So I'm going to use the pole today just because my bands have snapped. And just hold it in your palms here. It's actually meant to be here. I think I did it the other way last night. I don't suppose it makes. It'll just be a slightly different rotation, whichever way you do. So we rise up. Again, you're lowering the rib cage as your arms come up. That's your breath in. You're just using the visual aid of the pole or the resistance band, just to keep everything level, really. Bring it back down. You know, just to see that your arms aren't there, so your shoulders are nice and level. If the bar is level as well. Let's just check we're neutral, because we can so easily come out of neutral. We want neutral there, so not this, not this, this. Okay, breath in. And exhale. On the next one, we're going to be taking the bar behind the head. Okay. Just check that we're staying neutral in the spine, neutral in the pelvis on this raise. And then I'm just going to come down. You stay there though. I'm just going to show you the arms. So keeping the bar level, keeping your band level, and trying to keep your shoulders in the same plane. So not too far back or forwards. You take it, if you can, if you've got the agility there, just to keep it down, behind your head. Breath in. And then keep your arms extended. You're just taking the pole back down. We're thinking about what joints are helping you make this freedom of movement. How your rib cage, is it low still? You've not done this. That's it, lift the pelvic floor and lower. That's it. Breathing in. We'll make this next one the last one. If you can't go behind your head, just keep going up and down. Oh, we've got a lovely balance next. There. Okay, so let's wake up those feet. Just pop my cane there. Lift everything, I'm going to come up here. So remember last week your balance, we did this. If this next one is going to be a bit too much, then you can always use that one. But we're going to have a go at the old yoga stretch. So I'll show you the arms first. So you want your arms here. You're going to take your right elbow and the bottom of it just tucks into the corner there of the other one, and then wind down, and then you just lift up. If it's too much, then literally this is lovely. Or you might just want to go back with your palms there. But if you can, hitch in and ravel round. It gives you a really lovely lengthening in the back of your shoulders. And just be mindful of which side you've used so that you can be sure when we swap that you get the other side. So I was just adjusting my lights. So, and it's the same with the legs. So I'm taking my right leg round and the foot goes behind the calf and you kind of itch your toes. You're aiming for your toes to just poke out there on the other side. And we breathe in, lift the arms. This might be enough. If you're ready for some more, secure your core and hinge through your hips. Find a little point on the carpet, like a fleck of dust you've been wanting to move all week. Concentrate on it and think, well, you had a nice job this week, this little bit of fluff, because you're helping with the balance of this human. And breathe in, hinge back out and unwind yourself. Feel the funny float as you come back into. Let's do the arms first. So it's this elbow now, nestled in the opposite one, and feel the stretch on the other side. Nice little clasp of the hands here. Take the other leg around. Get yourself in a stretchy knot, whichever way is best for you. Find your fleck of, what do they call it? Lint. And secure your core. Breathe in, lift it up. And if you want some more, we can hinge through those hips. Breathe. Okay. Try not to think you're knotted. Try and concentrate on the stretch this funny lattice makes you pull into. Think about your feet balancing you. Relax your toes. Breathe in, come back up, unwind. Superb. We're going straight into wall sit. Okay, so find your wall. We don't have to get all the way down into the wall. We're aiming for knees underneath the heels with a right angle bit here. But if you're here, I'd rather you stay safe. Whichever option, knees hover ankles, your legs are a nice distance apart. If you're struggling for wall space today, then find your squat, find your lunge. I know you've been doing Pilates forever with me, so I know you're safe. Okay, right, I'm gonna go for, I'm timing it here. Let's just sit into it. Let's sit into our strength. Breathe. I'll tell you when you've done whatever time we've done, and you can carry on or give yourself a bit of a break if you're ready to finish. just feel where the wall is in contact with your body, your head and your shoulders and your sacrum there. Now that's when you're in neutral. There is a place for pelvic tilts with this. So scoot your coccyx under and just get your lower back into the mat. Practice your pelvic tilts. Reach your hips towards your feet. Get that lovely arc in your back there. Rock and roll it. You've done at least 30 seconds. Ooh, in fact, you've done actually a minute. We started at 50, it's back on 50. So we're going to carry on if you can. If you wish, come off the wall. If you're ready to do some more, that's fine. If you're standing up, you can join us with windows. So take your elbows to your shoulders here. And you want your fingertips above your elbows. You want your shoulder in line with your elbows. It's a right angle, folks. Without taking out your chest. Keep it from puckering as you open your arms wide. And bring it back in. That's it, great. Breathing in. And exhale. Look, while you're here, you can just do your cobwebs. Sorry, did that break the spell? I don't know how they come, honestly. Breathing in and exhale. They've got it down to a T, these spiders. Because I tell you what, I'm sure I hoover it every week. Exhale, but I am really gentle with the creatures. I won't kill them or if it's raining, I won't chuck them out. So we try and live harmoniously. We might have to rebuild the little house every now and again. But there he is again. Okay, are we ready? You've done over 2 minutes if you've been with me there. Come up. Woo. We're going to stretch these when we get on the floor, which isn't for a little while, but we're going to go into a plie squat and that'll kind of stretch these out anyway. So don't worry if you need a stretch, you know your options. But we're just going to stretch out the inner thighs. These will kind of come along as well. Breath in. Check your crowns above your coccyx. And we're just coming down. That's it. So it's an exhale to come down. Lift the pelvic floor. Breath in to come up. Everything's light and soft here. Exhale, lift. Breathe in, lower. Lower the pelvic floor. Come up though. Are you ready? Breath to prepare. Exhale, lift here. Check the knees are hovering those ankles. Check your knees are aiming for your third or fourth toe there. I don't want this, okay? Check your arches are nicely supporting your body so it's not rolling in on the feet. Aim for the outer blade. Lift and rise. Obviously, your pelvic floor goes in the opposite direction of your whole body. So this is my visual of your pelvic floor here. Okay, exhale. Breath in. Okay. Now you can come back into normal standing or you can remain like this. I'm going to add on some arms. So we're going to take the right arm underneath and the left hand up here and reach there and then come back to the center. Other side. Left hand under, right hand over, reach and pull. So if you like, we can come back into our plie squat. Check your knees are over those ankles, and I don't mean here, I mean very wide. Really engage that glute there. And here we go. Breath in to prepare. Exhale. Try and keep your hips level, but reach away. Breath in. And exhale. Lift that pelvic floor on the crunch. Breath in. Relax it a little bit here, although you'd probably be better. If you've got tight glute beads, literally get your fingers right into your glutes and just give them a rub. It'll really help warm them up. Otherwise, keep coming up and down to warm yourself in it. Exhale, lift that pelvic floor, breathing in. Exhale, we're going to go for 4 on each side. Brilliant. Exhale for 3. And 2. Reach. Last one on each side. Beautiful. Come into the center. Okay, again, wind your hips in to get back into standing if you need to do this in that position. Otherwise, we're just raising one heel at a time. Like I say, you can do your heel raises standing. Just make sure that your ankles don't fall out for whichever option you take. Spoiling, isn't it? Woo. That's it. We're keeping hips level, even though we're just lifting and lowering this leg here. And then we're going to see if we can lift both. Okay, lovely. Lift and lower. Okay, try a little stretch while you're at it, if you wish, with your arms. There's not masses of arm work today, so this is nice little add on. Breath in, exhale. Like yesterday we did it this way, just tucking up here. Oh gosh, I broke my ankle. There, up and down, stretching this here. 3, 2, 1, swap over. There we go, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're ready. Try not to come straight up. You're lifting your toes up. I just want you to feel the pads of your feet on the floor before we come back in. Feel the square from knuckle to knuckle of your feet into the heel, and then weight into your heels, bring the toes in. Draw it in through the hip, weight into the toes, bring your feet in. Wind it in, folks, all the way in, and then do a little wind. Step and wind. You're just loosening off your hips. Beautiful. Right, see if you can do it the other way. Reverse. Reverse. It's hard. Why is it hard? That's it. Excellent. Okay. Breath in. We're going to lunge down now. We've got some nice stretches to come. So, lunge yourself down and just stay in your proposal position. Okay, just like a lunge on the floor. Okay, let's see how we go. Into your lunge, back knee bends all the way down. There we go. Okay. Here. Anyway, just making sure wrists are under shoulders, knees are underneath your hips there, and we're going to isolate a little pelvic tilt. So just get used to drawing that coccyx under and away. Are you nice and light in your elbows? That's your exhale when your ribs are close to your hips, when your coccyx is tucked under. Breathe in as you wind your coccyx back up towards the ceiling. You're spreading space into your core there, ribs away from hips. Exhale. Notice I've not hung off the shoulders, the back, the hollow in my back. In fact, there shouldn't be one. I've dispelled it. And then if you wish, you can take the arch all the way up your spine, in between your shoulders, and enjoy a beautiful cat stretch. Okay, breathe in, we'll take it to the cow. Turn the pelvis towards the floor, your coccyx towards the ceiling. And then exhale. Here we go. We're going to take the left foot there in between your hands. We'll, first of all, so with the left foot at the front there, take the right hand towards the sky. You're turning out your hip here. Breathe into the space you've created here into your thoracic. Breath in. That's it. Just think about where is stretching, where you're getting nice length in your body. Try and have fingertips above fingertips, and then draw it back in. Stay on this same side. Secure your core, so lift the pelvic floor to come back up into this proposal position, I like to call it, and squeeze your hips forwards. Now I'm not squeezing my ribs forwards, it's the hips. So I've not created a funny bow in my back, okay? Because with Pilates, we try and keep boxy. With yoga, you can get really stretchy. There's a place for that, it's beautiful, but we try and encourage this core strength here. So we're taking our arms away and reaching here ahead. Breathe and squeeze a bit further forwards. Beautiful. And as you exhale, if you want to go a little bit further, you can take this heel up, grab it there and squeeze it towards the glute. And here's your thigh stretch, your quad stretch that I was promising you there before. Squeeze it forwards. Beautiful. And when you're ready, release. Take your hands back down, and we're aiming for the elbows to come down towards the floor. We're stretching this hamstring now. We've done the quad, we're doing the hammy, we've done your hips. Breathe. Exhale, lower those elbows. Can they reach the floor? That's it. Breathe, release. How are your shoulder blades? Are they nicely nestled into your ribs? Beautiful. Okay, bring it up and let's swap over the legs. Okay, so my right foot is forwards. I'm going to take this left hand that's away from the world and just draw it all the way up. Fingertips to fingertips, avoid this, nice and wide. Let's get some space between you in your chest. Breathe deep and wide into this rib cage. Okay, think what's stretching. You're going to be feeling a nice openness in your pelvis. Breathing beautifully. Yeah. Okay, exhale, turn it back round. And let's do our hamstring while we're down here. So take your hands on the, so both hands are together and your foot's on the side there, the outer side with the foot. And then bring your elbows down. So your shoulder kind of nestles into that knee there. Lovely. Okay, breathe and squeeze it down. That's it, beautiful. Okay, with your breath, rise and flow with your rib cage, opening with the breath in, closing as you exhale. Obviously, you're feeling a nice openness in the pelvis, but you're trying to get a stretch in that hamstring there. And breathe. That's it. And then just see if you can squeeze a little bit more into that stretch. Okay, try and avoid arching your back. Have soft shoulders and just a soft tailbone, soft hips. Breath in. Secure everything. Come up here. Remember, just stack your knee up with padding if you need it. Just make sure it's comfortable for you as you reach forwards. Avoid that duck in your back. Nice straight lower back. Hips are evenly angled with the wall at the front. Reach. Breathe. And if you want some more, we're just stretching out this. Just lift up that back leg and squeeze that heel towards you there. Breathe and squeeze. Avoid opening up the ribs. Close the ribs. Open this. Stretch this open instead. That's it. Beautiful. Well done. Breathe. Come back through. There. Okay. So I'm going to warm up these because we've got some work on the glutes and hips, kind of, well, your pelvis, all the muscles around your pelvis. So we're coming into on all fours again. Check you're in a nice box. Distribute the weight across your hands and your right knee so that we can then pick up this knee. Just check you're not slumping down. Check you're nice and strong and straight in the back. Okay, avoid this and this. Okay, right. So we've picked up this left knee and we're just going to make some circles. So your knee takes a huge circle all around the hip. Take it slow because that way it gives your body a chance to warm and get that lovely conditioning going on in that hip. So a couple one way and then we'll take it a couple the other. Okay, and replace. And then other side. So just alter the distribution of weight so you can get your right knee up with everything not slumping. So look, I want you to try and keep your shoulders level, even though you're doing this. Okay, slow circles, really mobilize that hip, and then let's take it the other way. Oh dear. There we go. Beautiful. Oh, I think I'll do a couple more. It's warm, but I just feel it could take the benefit of a little bit more while we're here. We don't get in this position every day. There, okay, let's go. So, we're going into, I'm just going to take this on an oblique so we can get into on all fours and the lovely, you've got your bands, this lovely series that we have coming up here. So I'll take it from all of your options. What we're doing is we're breathing in, keeping the shoulders level, extend that right arm, keep it on the floor because I just want your muscle memory to come into play. On your next breath in, left hand separates away from the body towards the mat there. Exhale, draw it back in. Okay, now you have to concentrate, securing the core. We're aiming for even hips as we breathe in, extend the right leg. You're using that glute to get it to the back. Exhale, draw it in, breathing in, and exhale here. So the hips are beautifully level with your knees. Okay, so what I'm going to say is avoid when you're moving back, coming back into this position. Okay, we see a lot of this in class. I mean, that's extreme. Just keep, you know, your knees underneath your hips. They're wider than you think as well. So I'm going to say, we're going to go on right arm, left leg. We're going to do 2 of these. So if you want to move one limb at a time, you can do your hand and then your foot. Same on the other side. We can do 2 left hand, right leg, or you can just do your leg and your arm separately. Okay, we're taking it up a notch. So breath in, right hand, left leg, you're just tracking the floor. We're keeping the shoulders level, 2 on this side. Oof. Now, I want you to really place that toe behind you. Draw it away from your fingertips as if you've got a resistance band there separating you away. Lengthen your crown away from your coccyx. And then we're taking it into a level limb with back. Okay, can you see I've dropped the back there? Just get your neutral pelvis. Nice strong back. Get this glute working so it's not your hip turning out to get that leg level. Make the glutes work. Breathing in, 2 on the other side, or if you're just going limb by limb, it's 1 arm, 1 leg. Woo! Brilliant. Okay, let's do 2 of whichever option you wish to do. So I'm going back to the top, right arm, left leg, draw it in, and the same again. Now we can stay with this. Are you really drawing your crown away from your coccyx there? Or we can do it, well, we'll do a thread the needle anyway. But if you need any of those options to fall back on, please do. Breath in, take your arm up That's beautiful. I want it fingertips to fingertips. This is your breath in, ready to exhale as you just listen to the floor there. Stretch it through. Enjoy this. Fall back on this anytime, because this next part of the series gets pretty tough. Other side. Whew. So practicing and building up to the tougher moves is all I'm asking you to do in staying safe, keeping up your options. Okay, so we're taking it on the floor, and if you know the series, I still recommend starting at the basic, just to help your body memory, your muscle memory, find its balance. Breathing in, we're going right arm, left leg. We're taking the right hand to the right and the left leg to the left. We're going to disturb mittens here. So this is where I always get a bit of crampy cramp, but that's what those circles were for. So if you need to get rid of any cramp here, go back to your circling, knee around the hip, listen to the floor. Now this is where, once the limbs are off the floor, we start to lose our balance. So on the next take, you're lifting the pelvic floor here. Avoid loads of weight in that toe. I want it here in the core. Reach, breath in, come back up. And exhale, left hand, right arm reach. Take the limbs away from the body, circle it round. Okay, and thread the needle through. Soft and light in that toe, lift the pelvic floor, breath in, wind it back round, and we're ready to hover the floor. Right arm, left leg. Take it to the right with the arm, left with the leg. Find your balance in your core. Exhale and reach. So it's this tipping down, listening to the floor. If you're losing your balance, just whack your limbs towards the floor rather than caving in on your hip or your shoulder, please. Okay, reach. Okay, we're a bit wobbly. Breathe in, come back up. Left arm, right leg, reach. Hover the floor just so you can stay safe in case you've lost your balance and you need to get the limb to the floor to get you to safety. Exhale here. Breath in, wind it back up. Superb. Are you ready to go with your limbs level with your back? Carry on where you are. Pop yourself into child pose if you need, please. That's what it's for. You can't do that in class, can you? Walk off for a little break. Okay, why not? It's your session, you do what you need. Okay, breathing in, take it to the level. Okay, I'm adjusting my hip because it kind of collapses there. So I need it level. Reach. Take it to the side. Sorry, I've got my lawnmower guy. And exhale. Listen, listen, listen. Cat floor. The cat does not like that, does it? Breath in, bring it round. Just turn this window off. By this hour. Okay, ready? Left and right leg. I'm just checking knee under hip. Soft elbows. Breath in. Reach it level with your body. That's it, that, and you can go back a bit there. That's beautiful. Well done. Come on, have a go. Breath and wind. And push. So I want your arm and your leg like a train track parallel. Your leg is aiming to be at a right angle to your body there. Breathe in, bring it round. And I'm going to say do one more of your favourite option there. Just trying to get the time, because literally I could literally just carry on all day. There, okay, we're doing okay. Okay. So, breathing in. That's it, good. Right to the right, left to the left. Woo! Listen to the floor. Get these muscles working for your pelvis, folks. Stretch and reach. Breathing in, bring it back. Replace the knees so they're nice and safe. Ready to breathe in, reach. Oh, stretch your fingertips like you're pulling your crown away from your coccyx, and so is your toe resisting away. That's it, turn it round and thread the needle. There we go. Oh, breathe. Oh, we're going into child pose now. Bring it round. Get your bottom onto your feet. Reach your fingertips away from your toes and just pop your head on the floor there and stretch. And you find your favourite child pose position. I found this week. I'm sure we've done it before, but it's ages if I have. If you tuck your toes under, you just get a different kind of stretch there. Reach your fingers away from that coccyx and breathe. Have yourself a little breath. Have a little pelvic squiggle. Center. And then draw your hands to your knees. Okay, so we're taking one hand at least onto the ankle there and powering the hips up. So I say one hand. You can try both, but be aware you can just take one away. It's a bit easier. So you're aiming for your hips to come high, coming up and over there. Okay, but you can have both heels down here because there's a place for this. Breathe into the stretch. So I want you to feel length in the hip flexors, in your quads. Let your chin fall back if your body will allow. And then if you're not already there, you can take your hand back and up. Just keep your hips nice and level, planted, aiming up towards the ceiling there. Bring it back. And the other hand might want to have a go too. Just gives you a slightly different stretch. Breathing in, oh gosh. And then exhale. So you can come back with your bum on the heels, or you can try and get yourself up with a nice steady core. Oh gosh, that was so exciting. I've practically forgotten what we're doing next. Come down. Here we go. That was a nice tummy stretch because you've got lots and lots of abs, let me tell you. So let's get into the C position here. Right, with your crown above the coccyx there. And we're just flicking the coccyx under, lifting that pelvic floor and keeping your shoulders nice and wide. Draw your chin to chest. So you've got a lovely spine stretch there. Now, we're staying here, or choose your option, lengthened leg, hold on or not. Keeping that C curve and just use your spine nestling into the floor. Sorry, darling. You're going to try and get your spine. It's quite a crucial bit of safety because we're trying to get the spine gently curved. So it's catching you back as you come down. You're obviously turning these on really, really slowly as well. So we're going into some abdominal work. Oh, I wanted to just reach over here as I chatter. We're just going to do a roll up. So keep the flats of your feet, the top of your feet, nice and in line with the ceiling. Don't let your ankles fall out. Breathe in and start to wind your shoulders, taking your arms, your hands above your head. And then once your arms have left your ears, just wind your chin to chest. And you're looking to get your pubic bone towards the nose for that lovely C-curve spine imprint to roll yourself back in. Breath in here and exhale, spine stretch forwards.
gosh, that's not doing much today, but honestly, this is where we are. Just go with where your body will allow. You're trying to reach your fingers to your toes, your nose to your knees, and fold in half as much as you can. Gosh, very stiff today here at Joe's Pilates. We're ready. I don't want the ankles falling out. I'm going to fall back off there. I'm just showing you. I want your feet up there. Just move that slightly to there. Okay. Are we ready? Breath in and back into this C curve. So we're going with where we were last week with some nice abdominal work, but we're taking it up a level today. So drawing your heel towards your right glute, right side first, and then the left, was rolling the coccyx under the spine imprint, getting both legs into tabletop. You can have a cushion under your head, or we can take the head into the upper abs here, and we're breathing in and exhale. And on the next breath in with arm up, the legs go into extension as well. Exhale, breath in and exhale. Let's do 2 more here. And then instead of bending the knees, we're going to take the legs into extension, but lowering it. So here we go. We lower the legs. Make sure that lower spine is nestled securely into the mat there. Breathing in and exhale. Breath in and exhale. 2 more. And then we're going into a little bit more of an add-on with your teaser. And I've given you options. I please want you to use them because it can get quite tough. Just bring your knees in here for a sec. Give yourself a nice roll side to side, and then I'll show you what's coming next. We do very few of these because it's so important to keep the form. Chin to chest, extend the legs. I want your thoracic off the mat and your arms just by your thighs. So staying in this position here, we're lowering the legs for 3. We're keeping the ribs to hips. Just 1 more for good measure. Take your arms over with that last one and bring it in. So we'll do the same again, taking the arms up and over on this next little 3 of this series. So chin to chest, extend the legs. So you're keeping your thoracic off the mat if you can, and taking the arms away as the feet come down. 1, 2, and 3. Bring it in. So it gets quite intense, but I'd just like to do a few so we can stay safe because it's pretty exhausting. Okay, here we go. We're taking the legs now into extension, and option 1, fingers go to the toes, peeling your shoulders, your chin to chest, into the thoracic. Just 2 more of these. And then we're going to make it more intense by taking the legs a little bit lower. Now, you need to be really observant of your body. If your ribs start to creep up, or if your lower back starts to come away from the mat, then you need to bring your legs higher to protect your back. So go as low as you feel is safe. Lower is harder, and we're taking ourselves up, woo, off the mat there and down. Exhale to come up, breathing down. Last one. And come down. Bring your knees in and just get, we should do 1 more because I think we didn't do the 3. 1 more. Peg your shoulders high. Bring it down, take your knees in, get your shoulders, your knees above your shoulders, get your toes, and you're just going into baby for a sec. There, just feel that lovely weight. And then we'll just spend a moment or so trying both legs and arms for a full-blown teaser, because it's fun just to see, you know, how to work the hard bits into your practice, but staying safe. So I'm a full believer in having a go, little short spurts of practice, interlaced with a bit of a stretch. So we're going into leg extension. So your lower back won't be in the mat naturally. You're going to have to voluntarily, mindfully make it happen by scooping your pubic bone towards your nose. Okay, and we're not having arms over yet. So the aim is that we're getting feet and arms or core off, torso off the mat. We're breathing in to prepare. I'm rolling chin to chest. I'm sinking my lower back into the mat. Pubic bone comes high and lift. Okay, lift your legs as you're still coming up with your torso, and then you nestle everything back in. Breath in to prepare. Exhale, chin to chest, nestle your back in and lift. And then if we're feeling super strong, you bring your arms up and then lower. Exhale. Have a breath here. Exhale, lift. Separate your shoulders out. Woo, arms lift. Have a go. Bring it down. All of the above for all what we've just done, building you up to this. Just one more, and we've got a beautiful spine stretch. Breathing in, get that lower back into the mat. Sitting bones are in play and come down. Oh, so we are taking the heels towards the glute on the floor. Pelvic tilts. Option knees together, feet together, or spine imprint and bring yourself into tabletop. Both options require palms to the floor, spread away here. Now, if you're doing this one, you can keep your legs like this, or you can do this, or you can hook them over like we did at the beginning. Okay, this is only recommended for if you're feeling strong in the core today and if you've got a super healthy back. Otherwise, feet on the floor, please unwind yourself, breathe in, exhale, take your legs to the right and your eyes to the left. Oh gosh, have a beautiful stretch in your spine, and that tummy's getting a nice rest as well there. Breathe deep into this cavity here. That's it. Palms to the floor. Oh gosh, are we ready? Breathe in, exhale, secure your core, come back through. Again, your feet might be on the floor. They might be in the air with your spine imprinted. You might be in tabletop. You might be here with one leg up, or you might want to cross over, get yourself into that earlier knot. Breath in, exhale, take it over here. That's it. Take your eyes away to the other side. Oh gosh, recover from your activity, stretch. You're aiming for your shoulders to be on the floor and your knees. I'm not quite there myself, but we always have an aim, have something to aim for. Beautiful. And exhale, secure your core, please. Get yourself back up. Beautiful. And here we go. We're going into single straight leg stretch. So take your right knee. Well, let's go into tabletop. I just want you to just be careful. It's my really nice technique just to have your knee above your hip before you take it in. Just nestle that femur down into that hip joint there. Take the, so with my right knee in, I'm taking the left hand at the top. You can have your head on a cushion, or we can take the weight into our abdominals here. Opposite leg leg to limb at the top there. Exhale. Have a breath. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhale. Oh gosh, we didn't do that, did we? We're going to do some kickbacks. Okay. Right. Exhale. 5 on each side. Lift that pelvic floor. Okay, bring your knees in. Have a bit of a thing here. So we were going to do some donkey kicks when we were in on all fours, but she forgot all about it. But don't worry, we've got this option as well. So it's just a nice little bit of glute work. You're going to take your hips up to the ceiling there. Now, if we are still struggling with hip stability, you shouldn't have a cushion under your head now, actually, but your heels need to be underneath those knees. You can squeeze a cushion, because keeping your bum off the mat just helps strengthen them. So a nice squeeze together with your knees, squeeze, release, for a bit more of an intense work. We did this last week, some of us. Hips are up, palms are down, spirit level on those hips. Exhale, lift up this leg, and we're toe tapping for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we switch it over to the other side so that we don't lose our form. Keep up that intensity. If you're managing to keep your hips level for that, if you soften your shoulders well, please, folks. If you manage to keep your hips up, then you can do a straight 10 or split it up somehow. But I like to swap just to be sure we're keeping the hips super steady. 3, 2, I tell you what, this was nicer than the donkey kicks last night. I made a right hash of it. So I was trying to use the band as well, but I didn't have a band, so I was trying to use loops. Anyway, you'll never see it because I've cut it out. If you wanted the catch up, I've swapped over. We've got 5 to do on this side. I've nearly done. There. Roll it back down sequentially in that spine. And we've got 30 clam on each side. And then you're done, folks. You're fully conditioned. You've got your Pilates box ticked for your week or your day. Okay, you can use a band, you don't have to. For your form, either choice is shoulders are stacked, your neck's lined up using your cushion, your heels in line with your glutes here. And just be comfortable on the hand. We're keeping those hips totally level. We're pushing down, coccyx towards your heels there, soft shoulders. Tell you what, it's a bit of homeschooling going on in between, I think, here today. Not here, but here in our bubble, our imaginary virtual bubble. Okay, how are your hips? They're not falling back, are they? I want them steady. Okay, get your spirit level on its side now. Keep it from wonking back. How's your shoulder? Are they soft? I've completely lost count. I've been counting, but I've been doing it in sets. So I think let's do 10 more on this side. 10, 9, Yeah. Whoops. Is this none dead? Bum dead, rather. Okay, remember hip replacements, please just take the top foot, the top heel below the knee. If we are operating on a non-mechanical leg, bring your heel towards your hip there, grab it with the bottom foot, push it away with the top. We're nearly there, folks. I think we set off 3 minutes past. We'll definitely be done by 3 minutes past this hour as well. Breathe and reach. Okay, release. Dead leg, yeah? Walk your hands up. So this glute that was on the top, you want that on the floor. Okay, you skinny winny, this will hurt. Roll it round. I can't boast that. There. Roll it through. That's great. You're on this right side now to get down onto your other side. That's it. Get your band on, or you can hold your band if you've got your band, or you can use a hoop if you've got one of them. Loops, rather not hoops. Okay. So shoulders are stacked. Heel presses away. Imagine your heels pressing on a wall. It just gets your glutes engaged. Light it up and bring it through. Gosh, this is stiff all of a sudden. How's your hips? They need to have that spirit level here. Lift that pelvic floor. Gosh, this is hard work. Press down with those heels. Good. Breathe. Keep it really centered. Shoulders stacked. Hips are stacked. Don't roll back into your pelvis here. Keep it level, please. So intense. Just can you feel that muscle? Wow. Okay, for my counting, we've got 1 set of 5, 4. Build that special muscle, that piriformis deep inside. Apparently this is great for your knees as well. And I have shocking knees, and this morning, I did this last night. This morning I woke up, I was like, pain-free knees, maybe it was this. Oh gosh, that'll do. Roll it up. Come on to that glute. Finish with a stretch in a sec. Just nice circle on that glute. If it feels good, if it doesn't, then don't. That's it. Okay, legs are forwards. Okay, so I'm taking my left foot on the opposite side of my right knee. Okay, pray here. You want your elbow just wedged into that knee there. There we go. Okay, that's it. Push back with that elbow. Breathe in. Take this free arm back and round. Okay, open your chest. Keep your hips square forward. Let your eyes go to the back there. Breathe in. Oh gosh, be grateful for your body if it can do this. Breathe in, come back to the center, unravel. That's it, pop it there. Okay, you ready? Hips forward. The more you push back with that elbow there on that outer knee, you're going to get a stretch right where we were working on that piriformis again. Breathe in, exhale, reach behind with your hand, push forwards with your hips. Breathe here, feel the lovely rotation in your spine. Breathe into that cavity in your chest. Bring it back to the front. Unwind, cross your legs, take your arms high, have a look at them there, close your eyes if you wish. But it's nice to see your hands from this angle, and gently bring your hands down so you can then see your hands from the top. Take your thumbs into your sternum, hips, shoulders hover hips, so you get a lovely stretch in your spine. Breathe, namaste.